Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Hey y'all, I told y'all, I told y'all I got this new thing, right? I'm gonna show it to y'all. Y'all, I got this new fangle, they tell me to spend all this money. But what happens if I move it, if I touch it like this, watch this. Watch this. So I got to get used to it. I got to get used to it. I just got to get used to it. Let me get used to it, y'all. I'm trying. I'm trying. Let me see. Let me make sure it's still green. Hell of a mic, but it's just I got to get used to it. I got to get. You know, you got a new tool, a new something. You got you. I'm like everybody else. I got a little used to it, but I got it now. But thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Oh, I didn't really say nothing. I just said, "Welcome to the Chop Shop," and it's women. It's not Women Rock Wednesday. It's Baby Friday. Chop Shop's not out on Friday, so we consider this our Friday. But y'all, we got some stuff. We got some stuff. Y'all better share this show. Oh my goodness. We gotta share this show, man. Cause Rob, man, man, shout out to y'all. Shout out to the Boom Boom Room. Shout out to everybody who shared the show. Shout out to people who tell people like Robert Young. He tells everybody about this show, and I know he do. Uh, and that man said, "What a game last night." But thank y'all, man. If you sharing this show, if you letting people know about this show, and just understand, it ain't for me. It's for them. You got to find some people you care about. Maybe y'all don't like nobody. Maybe a lot of y'all don't like nobody. That's why you don't share the show. But if I had came across something like this, I'm sharing it. I'm sharing it. No matter, I'm sharing it. Because I know when the phone calls I got yesterday after the show, it just warms my heart, man. That some kind of way the things that I say can affect the way people are living and enhance their life and make it a little bit better. I didn't start out that way. I just came on as a guest on the show to talk about stuff, to chop it up. And now this platform is reaching people all over. They go write. I got to get might write a book about it. They might write a book about y'all. And it's dynamic. Y'all got to realize we were here before all them other talk shows. I don't care what people. You should have no. I shouldn't. You should have 1 million followers. No, that man had the million. That was the million. That was the March on Washington. Everybody ain't gonna get it. I'd rather have a certain few that get it than a whole lot of spectators just coming on here talking what these Negroes gonna say today. Y'all, we got some of them that's been in it, that came in and listened to the information and got their son through high school and got their son off in college. They going on to the next thing. They was just here. They ain't worried about the next general. They was just worried about they selfish ass worried about their sons. I could have did that. My son been gone. Think about this stuff sometime, Harris. I be thinking about this. It's Paul Miranda's birthday. Happy birthday, Paul Miranda, if you're around. But y'all, shout out to y'all. Yeah, I'm gonna talk about the Rockets. I think. But I want to shout out to my team. I got a team of people that help me do a lot of stuff. And shout out to them. They know who they are. I want to shout out to y'all. I want to shout out to you, Edward. I want to shout out to you, Edward. I don't know if how new you because I just been seeing your name lately. But welcome. Shout out to Yolanda. She's been around a long, 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 long time. Chad Grove, Thaddeus Moody. Let me see who else on here. Let me see. Shout out to Chris Charles. He be on. That's the Laker man. Daryl Anderson, he the travel man. Joe Lewis, he Joe Lewis. Robert Young is the man. Jeremy Davis is the man next to the man. Brian Boatwright, he been around. I'm just seeing these names, and y'all, I appreciate y'all. Share the show. Josephine, my sister-in-law, she's the woman. But when I'm on these airways, I'm always reminded, Robert, that you all have entrusted me with your listening ears. That's why I don't try to say all that ignorant ass stuff on the show. When people start talking much, but you've trusted me with your listening ears. You all have entrusted me to connect you to a broader sense of community. And my role is to curate that sense of community. When I come on these airways, no matter what we talk about, we are going to be reminded of our power. Give me some water. Y'all normally need some water. Y'all follow me? Edward. This how we run this thing over here, Edward. Let me make sure my water right, Edward. Edward, because when you talk, like you constantly talking, because I've been in meetings, Edward, before the show started. Edward, but every time, Edward, no matter what we talk about, I'm going to remind you of our power. Your power that you have in the summer basketball community, the power that you have in the grassroots community, the power that you have on your job, the power you have as being you, the power you have at church, the power you have as a voter, the power you have, because it's people who had power to vote for that damn fool. And now they seeing what's going on. But I tried to tell them, if you go back and watch the last year of this show, especially the last 6 months, I pleaded with y'all. They didn't like that. Man, she ain't, man, she a prosecutor, man. I can't drive myself to vote for no prosecutor, man. But you can vote for a convicted felon. But let me keep going. You entrusted me. I can't have you leaving the show sad and depressed and nowhere to go. Somebody texted me last night. Let me give you a little of the conversation. I can't get y'all these people in. They just weary. They send me. She said, I don't know what it is, Rob. I've been trying to get quiet and understand what the message is. It's hard. I said, I'm texting back and forth. And now that Trump is in office. And I told them, I said, there's going to be opportunities even with him in office. Then they sent me something from New York Times. And I listened to a little bit of it, but I didn't. I had to study it. I said, you got to start back watching the show again. They said, which show? That's why their ass messed up. They got on the Chop Shop for a little while, then got a little, balling and out of control. And then they stopped. You follow me? Son, I'm just reading, son. I'm just reading, son. See, y'all don't understand. I want to talk about the Houston Rockets, but it's the people out there hurting too, man. I said, my show. She said, oh, I'm going to tune in. I said, I just looked at the post that you sent me. What does it mean to you? They say it's just scary, Robert. When I was gainfully employed and investing and building, it was different. But it feels like everything is changing around us. When I'm bowling, it was different. Had a great job, lost a job. For that man to go on TV and do a Nazi salute and it be okay at a presidential inauguration, it's just scary. Wasn't scary to me. I knew it was going to happen. But she stopped watching the show. Edward, I'm reading, Edward, this the kind of stuff that I be getting, Edward. It's feeling real. Have and have notish. And I have notish at the moment. And she really don't. She got a house. She got everything. She just, the people are going through this stuff. So you know I'm talking. I told her, watch the show from yesterday. I told her nothing these people do should surprise you. We've been dealing with this stuff for 400 years. I told them I don't care about Elon Musk and his salute. The same way I don't give a fat rat's ass about them coons like Soulja Boy, Nelly, Rick Ross, and Snoop. I told them, I said, let's stop wasting our time with these distractions and these BS conversations and start focusing on what we need to focus on building our communities, isolating and protecting ourselves from this mess. And figure out how we as Black people are going to maneuver. Ain't nobody coming to save us, baby. How to maneuver through this collapsing empire and coming out on top while everybody else is fighting amongst themselves. That's what we got to do. This is what we need to be focused on. And then I sent them a prayer. What's up, Clinton Pryor? Yeah, the Rockets won a good one last night. They won a pretty good one last night. Played some stupid basketball. Bobby Knight said, dumb loses more basketball than being smart wins. But we'll talk about that a little bit. But I'm reflecting. I'm thinking about us and when I leave this show, I don't want you to leave this show sad and depressed with nowhere to go. That's why I always try to give you something. Instead of telling you can get the score of the damn Rockets game on your own. So I got this fine line. I'm gonna give you the Rockets, but I'm gonna give you some when the Rocket game go off and you ain't got nothing. Like this person was making a lot of money, big company, got a good severance, bought a house, nice house, redid the house. Now she feeling half nottish. You got property and she feeling her spirit. She got a spirit of poverty now. So I had to, this is what we're dealing with out here, ladies and gentlemen. But I'm gonna tell y'all something. When I'm with my friends, I allow the other side of me, other side of that assessment come out. I also get to talk about my fears when I'm talking to my friends. I can't do all that here because I have a trusted circle my trusted space, some of the deep-seated concerns that I have, some of which I will share with y'all, some of the stuff, and I will try to, find a funny way to do it and share it with you in a lighthearted way. I'm not going to give you all that burden because on this show, I ain't trying to give you no burden. That is not what this relationship we got is about, Mr. Pryor. Y'all have entrusted me with curating a space where we are able to flow as a community. Summer basketball, we're going to talk basketball, we're going to talk football, no. Y'all can, matter of fact, anybody want to talk about anything, put it on the feed right now. Right now. No other show does this. Anybody in the world, whatever you want to do, whatever you want to talk about, put it up on there. Put it up on. Somebody just text me. See, this is the kind of text I get. Watch this, y'all. Hold on one second. Hold on. Hold on. Hold on. Hold on. Put something here. Hmm. 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 I'm going to share that text with y'all at some point. I'm going to share that text with y'all. But let me keep going. Because I got some good stuff for you. But when I get these kind of phone calls, y'all are just, and these texts, it get, see, when I'm with my friends, my people, there's a different conversation going on. It's a slightly different conversation with a little more vulnerability than I get to share in this space. And that's for y'all's protection. Uh, I like that, Edward. I like that, Edward. But let me keep going. See, some things y'all don't need to hear. And I have so much respect for y'all that I just don't tell you. But my friends are built for this. But Edward, Patrick, in this climate, I had to study nature, studied the buffalo. Something I learned about the buffalo. I didn't know. First of all, I started watching the Colorado team a lot. And they got this buffalo, they just run out on this field, then running back into the cage. Something about that just didn't sit well with me. Ralphie might seem harmless to fans, but when I studied the buffalo, his purpose wasn't to run out in the middle of a football field and run back into a cage. But something I learned about the buffalo, very powerful animal. They roamed in packs. When they had those severe storms, ladies and gentlemen, as of Monday, we in a severe storm, and not just the weather outside. The buffalo, snowstorm, blizzard type storm, where you can't see 2 inches in front of your face. The snow and the flurries. You're out in the open plain, ain't no cover. You're exposed. There's nothing to hide behind. What the buffalo would do? They would bundle together. They would gather together so tightly. Patrick Henry, there's no room for air to pass through them. The most vulnerable ones, they got in the middle and are on the inside of the circle. The more robust, the more physically capable ones, they're on the outside of the circle. and they were bundled together, bunched together, tight, no air between them, no space between them. They breathe as one. They walk as one step. And once they have sufficiently bundled, they kept themselves warm through the sheer strength of their own bodies, not in separation, but what is called umoja, one of the Kwanzaa principles. Together, unity, through the sheer strength of them coming together. And once they were united, once they were done, they were literally ready to walk, ready to walk through the storm and maintain their health, their sanctity as a community. They were able to walk through the storm with the heat that they needed to stay warm. They could just find the food that they need to eat together. They were able to protect those who needed to be protected. They took shifts so some of the guys can get on, some of them can get on the outside, who's been on the outside, can come back on the inside to get warm. So they did all of this to bring the people who were bearing the brunt of the weather, they brought them on the inside so they can rotate in and out. Ladies and gentlemen, there are messages in nature. Edward Harris, these people gonna force you to bring somebody else to this shop. Edward Harris, Patrick Henry, the people gonna force you. What's going on? We're gonna have to talk a little bit more. We got to do some we got to do some things. What a rock. We got to do some things. But it was a wild finish. But I had to share that with y'all. Let me go. It's been 4 days? 4 days since the inauguration. We still here. The New York Jets, we mentioned it yesterday, hired Aaron Glenn, young man from Houston, Texas, Aldine Nimitz, to their head coach. And I'm not too excited. I'm excited for him, but I'm not too NFL. They just a place where listen to y'all. And I'm not trying to be. I told y'all I've been conflicted about it. I worked with the NFL and represent athletes for 30 years, but I'm conflicted. Just like like Martin Luther King, he told Harry Belafonte, man, I believe I done liberated the Negroes into a burning house. This segregation stuff it wasn't what it all. We don't need no segregation. We need some money. But I didn't even want to talk about it. And it's a great friend of mine. And my son reminded me yesterday, because his son and my son, they keep up with it. My son lives in New York. They coming to New York. So they've been talking. I ain't even had a chance to talk. I know a million people calling. I'm gonna wait. I always wait. That's why people don't mind messing with me, because I'm not finna push myself on it. But I was thinking about it. There ain't but 32 NFL coaches in the whole wide world on the planet. 32 of them. And a young man who I know real well. Got that position. And I know he got to win immediately. It's awesome responsibility. He got a 5-year deal. Yes, he gonna get paid. But I know Jared Mayo got hired. the New England Patriots. He played there. One year, man, they fired him. So I'm happy for Aaron, AG. We call him AG. Happy for it. But I just, like they say, he got to win. Then I was thinking about last night. I don't know what the heck I witnessed last night at the Toyota Center. Ladies and gentlemen, I mean, I just, wild finish. Rockets and the Cavs. With the Rockets down 2. Wait a minute. Now, with the Cavs down 2, with 2.8 seconds left, Tyree Eason does this. Let me see that. Let me find it for y'all. Y'all, I'm talking about basketball IQ. Tyree Eason does this. What did I put it? Did I put it? Watch this.
Already now matchup.
Now Garland got the 3 on, and there was a
Diddy leg kick.
They fouled him on the 3. Tari Eason and Darius Garland.
2.8 seconds left. He did this.
You saw the play already. Now matchup.
Now Garland got the 3 on, and there was a
Diddy leg kick.
They fouled.
And y'all be around here mad at these high school kids.
Him on the 3, Tari Eason and Darius Garland.
Was that a natural shooting motion?
A 90% free throw shooter.
Now watch this. 90% free throw shooter. Fired him on a 3-point attempt. That game's supposed to be over. It was upgraded to a flagrant foul, so they get the shot and they keep the ball. Darius Garland shoots 90% from the free throw line, and he missed 2 of the 3 free throws that would have given the Cavs the lead or tied it. And y'all be around here mad at a high school player. The Rockets beat the team with the best record in the NBA. Yesterday, they are the only team in the NBA to beat Cleveland and OKC. Both of them 2 teams. They're the only team that to beat both of them teams. So shout out to them Rockets. I hate to say I told you so. I knew they were going to be good. Now, you know what I knew? I knew Emi Udoka was going to change the way these guys play. But I saw something else yesterday. I got something for y'all. And I didn't share it. Drones, I tried to call you earlier. But 90%, Edward. What's up, Derek Johnson? Drones. Did y'all know this? I mentioned it yesterday. I think it's intriguing. VCU, Virginia Commonwealth. The basketball players, I said yesterday, about to get a bag, right? And if you're a D1 caliber high school basketball player right now, y'all better be. That's why I keep telling y'all to develop, to get in the gym, develop, to get in the gym, develop and get it. Quit worrying about. Well, I'm on this summer basketball team. Now I'm on this one, man. I'm with them, man. I'm rolling with. That stuff don't matter. Your ass better be good enough so VCU can call you. Watch this. I would definitely be looking into this if I was young basketball. But you got to be good enough, y'all. See, our problem is we skipping steps, and I'm gonna tell you what we skipping steps at. We finna talk about that today. We skipping steps. We think we better than we are. Somebody, I don't know what these people. Well, let me keep going. Over the summer, there was a settlement with the NCAA in court, basically saying that the schools are allowed to go and pay their players a percentage of their revenue. It's okay. It used to players get nothing. Now it's okay. Which means that the college athletes can make NIL money and money from the school itself. We have some colleges saying that they are allotting up to 75% of these funds for football players and 15% to men's basketball and then 10% to everybody else. Clinton Pie, happy birthday, baby. Doug, watch it. Doug, these boys better be getting ready to go to VCU. Virginia Commonwealth. Watch this, Doug. We have some colleges saying, I just told y'all right? But I know everyone will get bent out of shape about it because of the percentages, but that's just the way it is. 75% for the football, 15% for men's basketball, and 10% for everybody else. Y'all get it. But, ladies and gentlemen, but the more money you bring in, the more money you get paid. Golf ain't bringing in no money. Badminton ain't bringing in no money. The more money you get paid, the more you bring in. But if you are a sports fan, Doug, I hope they don't do AG like they did Jerry Mayo. Watch this, y'all. Watch this. Which means that, y'all, Virginia Commonwealth don't have a football team. Which means VCU has more money. Honey. To pay their basketball team. And everyone is expecting for VCU to spend between $4 to $5 million per year on a basketball team. And I bet you, now one of y'all been talking about, man, my son going to VCU. Ain't now one of y'all even thought about it. I already know you ain't thinking about it. First of all, you got to be bad. VCU, you got to be bad. In Atlantic 10, I think, you got to be bad at playing that term. I'm just telling you. No. I don't think that's it. First of all, Colorado have never respected the collective. You got to look at the history. But we'll talk about that later. Let me finish. Let's talk about VCU right now. Think about this. Which means VCU got more money, right? So if we do a little math and we take the 5 million and divide it by 12 people that are on the roster, that comes to about $615 per player per year on an average. Obviously, the better players are going to get paid more than the bench warmers, but $400,000 a year to play college basketball. Yeah, he went at the wrong time, Alfio. I was thinking about something. Doug. Y'all got to explain to me. How do you play all this basketball on everybody's team, sneaker teams and all that, still don't have a Division I offer? Why are players playing on summer basketball teams, sneaker basketball teams that are not going to get enough minutes to move the needle. Somebody explain it to me. Just to say I played for JL3. I played for the Houston Hoops. You're playing all this basketball and you still can't play. I'm talking about good enough to play, to be one of them 12. See, I'm trying to get you to be one of them 12s. I said, let's go back and develop the players. I ain't got one email about developing no players in Houston. Because guess what? The people in Houston don't care about developing no players. They just, if you're good enough, they're going to come up here and they're going to put you in their tournaments and they're going to put you on Doug Dozens and they're going to put you on all them other stuff. They're going to, you got to be good enough first. They ain't thinking about, they ain't developing you. But where are the developers? The guys that get you good enough so you can go to VCU. You might not go to Texas, but you can go to VCU. But y'all done go all do all of this stuff, play all of these tournaments, pay all this money, to travel all over the world, and still can't play. And remember this. If a college coach is not calling your ass back, he done moved on to something because he always talking. Y'all don't walk around in that gear. That gear ain't nothing. If you want some gear that bad, I get you some gear. I'll figure out a way to get you some gear if that's what you want. I need you to get in that gym. So hold on. Thank you, coach. So if I dangle some gear to y'all, that mean y'all go get in the gym and get these sixth graders and seventh graders and fifth and sixth graders to learn how to play. If I dangle some if it's with some gear, get somebody want to develop young kids to play. Would a gear move them? Every kid show up, get a pair of Air Jordan. Would that move them? See, I'm in the development thing. I know you can take a player that's willing to be a better player. Everybody ain't gonna be no pro, but he can become a better player. Everybody ain't gonna be no college basketball player, but he can become a better player. Everybody ain't gonna be Division 1, it's Division 2, it's Division 3, it's the NI. Everybody, but you follow me? But don't go and play on nobody's EYBL team. And they ain't playing you. Don't go nowhere where you just tolerate it. Go where you celebrate it. Somebody told me this morning, just because you play on a summer team, a sneaker team, don't mean you can play. And with people, we out here making bad moves. And somebody brought up to this morning, Mr. Hatter, we need to be recruiting outside of summer basketball. We need to be constantly keeping our talented players on the ears and in the faces of coach. That's why I don't understand why y'all ain't packed the games at TSU. Because can't none of y'all ass play on that team. At least you be packing the game. Because the other team, y'all gotta understand, these coaches can recommend you to other places. Ladies and gentlemen, them dudes from TSU would destroy y'all. These little high school kids. And your mama's walking around here like, nah, TSU is just beneath. What? No, sir. This college basketball, man, it ain't for everybody. But I want the guys that can play. I want them to be able to play. But I want them to see the reason a lot of these guys are in the SWAC because nobody taught them in the beginning how to play. I'm talking about playing. Yo, even NBA. I just, hold on. We just talked about NBA the other day. Let me see. Let me find that. I got so many notes this week. I'm sorry. Coach K was talking about everybody that come to college think they're going to be a pro. Especially when they come to Duke. Don't y'all know every player on Duke team don't be an NBA player? Don't y'all know every player on U of H ain't going to be no NBA player? Did y'all know that? Did y'all know that? Well, I'm going to the Big 12. I'm going to Big 12. Do you think everybody on Baylor going to go to the NBA? Hell no. Do you think everybody, Kentucky? No. Everybody on Auburn team, it seemed like it, but everybody on Auburn team ain't going to the NBA. Y'all follow me? Ladies and gentlemen, I get on the road tomorrow. And I'm going to come back to this. Y'all know I'm going to come back. I get on the road tomorrow. With two of the top teams in their conference. I'm just going through some stuff. Get on the road with TSU, men's basketball and women's basketball, on Saturday night at 4 p.m. The men play at 4, the women play at 2. Texas Southern would play Alabama A&M. Alabama A&M women has Deion Sanders' daughter, Shalome. She's on that team, and we're getting out of here. But today they're having a press conference. Y'all, TSU up until this year, since I've been here, they haven't had, every major college, Memphis, if you go to Memphis website every Wednesday, Penny is speaking. TSU. I think should have been on Wednesday, but the weather was bad. So today, you go on TSU Athletics at 3:00. The women will be Vernette Skeets, the coach, would be speaking, and after that, the men's Johnny Jones will be speaking a little bit later. Let me get you exact times. We have to do this kind of stuff, man. We got to. Everybody's leveling up. The SWAC is leveling up. The SWAC Digital Network leveling up. Okay, here we go. The men is available. Johnny Jones, he gonna come on at 5:45. 5:45. Johnny Jones will be on. You follow me? We gotta level up, man. Gotta level up. But we on the road. We're gonna play them, and then on Monday, because the ladies were supposed to play tonight, but they couldn't get out. They usually have a standalone in the SWAC this year. The women have a standalone game on Thursday night, but this time we're gonna have a doubleheader on Saturday. like we always do. And then we're going to have a doubleheader on Monday, like we don't do. Usually now, this year, the men just on Monday by themselves. So the women and the men on Monday against Alabama State. That is Moody, former school. But I was thinking about that. I was thinking about Coach K saying everybody that comes to college think they're going to be pro. How many of y'all can say that? How many gyms have you been in, Doug? Because yeah, sometimes I ask these kids, I say, you think you're going to NBA? Yeah. Everybody think they are. He said, they don't think about the other things, talking about Coach K, and what they think about is they don't think about the depth of the development that they have to have in college. All they think about is basketball. They ain't thinking about them as a person. He said some kids are able to develop that way. He said, you knew that when you were a coach, those kind of things was concerned you because you had a few years to, to mold them the way you want to. Now, you got 6 months. You got a dude that worked out with Memphis team all summer. And then right before the season started, he said, I want some more money. And quit the team. And we're not using college for what we need to use it for. It's about relationships. He done tarnished relationships at a university that he might need one day. This stuff is about when you go to college, yeah, you're going to go get a little NIL money. No, y'all. College is about growing and think about the things that you was doing when you brought your little old nappy head, snotty nose ass on the campus. Didn't even know how to put deodorant on properly. And when we get around, all us old heads get to talking about it. Players today, they don't know how to play and they don't know how to play. Y'all notice how I always answer that when I think about, because we talk about they ain't tough for it. We always talk about it. But you know what I found out? I think the players of today are better than ever. I see some guards. I see some stuff that some of these guards doing. I couldn't do. I couldn't do. Doug said he was struggling how to wash clothes. Doug, I do some Doug. But what I do know, the players have changed. Doug, I think the players today are more athletic. They're more physically advanced. They can do some of these things individually that I couldn't do. But what I'm finding out, watching Tari Eason last night, watching this, y'all. I'm gonna play it again. Doug, watch this.
You saw the play already. Now matchup.
Now Garland got the three. Oh, man, there was a
Diddy
foul.
leg kick.
They fouled him on the three. Tari Eason. And
I know they done told him in the timeout, don't foul. What I done found out, y'all, that they don't understand the game as well. I just think we understood the game better. I valued every possession because she might not get it back. I just think we just understood the game better. We knew, Doug, watch this, Doug. I want you to use this, Coach Eric Ridgway. We knew we needed each other. These guys here think they don't need nobody. Just think about what I'm saying. Just watch the actions of, we knew we needed each other. And guess what else, Doug? Guess what? We knew time and score better. Tyrese, He didn't understand the gravity of the game. It's 2.8 seconds left. Doug, let's say, Doug, let's say me, you, Thaddeus Moody, big coach. Who else on the feed? Eric Ridgeway, King Sticks, Alpha Yo, we sitting around. We got 6 courts we watching, right? You know, we at the MI6. And all of a sudden, I can stop time and all of them at once and say, stop. And don't nobody look at the clock. Don't nobody look at the scoreboard. Say, stop. Don't nobody look up. And tell me the score. You will be shocked how few who actually know what the score is. See, we used to talk the game. Big coach, we're up two, man. Let's get a stop right here. Take this thing on out of here. Dad, we up 2. We down 2, man. We need to steal to get back in this thing. I call college basketball games, y'all. I don't hear none of this. We got to get this one. You hear like, I just get to the screen and stuff like that. You hear some of that. We were far ahead of them in that aspect. That's why the older teams in college basketball has an advantage. They told him not to foul. Ricky Scott, Tyrese and foul anyway. And he an NBA player. Y'all, you can't make this stuff up. But I got something for y'all, though. Doug, I'm glad you're here, Doug. What y'all know? Let's give ourselves a challenge. I'm finna switch. Then I'm gonna come back. But I thought about us. I'm always thinking about us. He never did this, right? Let's give ourselves, boom, boom, room. Let's give ourselves a challenge. Let's have a FUBU February. And we're going to think intentionally. You got me? Watch this. Let's give ourselves a challenge on the Chop Shop. Let's do our best for the month of February, from the 1st to the 28th. Let's do our best to see if every dollar we spend can be first with a Black institution. I'm going to tell you a little bit more about why this matters. And it's not just because we like wearing kente calls and throwing up the black power fist in the air. It just ain't about that. It's going to matter for real economic concerns. Doug, I would be looking forward to FUBU February. I would be doing everything I can to buy everything I can Black. Even if you're not successful with it because of where you live, what we are really trying to do is change the way we think about how we spend our money. No, donating PV ain't that ain't it. That ain't it. That ain't it. That ain't it. No. 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 Quit trying to cheat. Trying to cheat, just a challenge. The difference between a moment and a movement is sacrifice. Listen to me now. Watch this now. What we really trying to do, y'all, is change the way we think. Yo, Doug, you must not be aware of what happened on Monday. We gonna need to think like this, Doug. Yes, this Project 2025 popped in my head. That's why I think I had to share this with y'all today. Doug, if you can buy black all month, good. Amazing. You're at the top tier. Do something. So you might not be able to do everything black on. But I know we got black on Pampers. We got black on toilet paper. We got black on laundry detergent. You just said you just learned how to wash your clothes. We got black on leather leather goods. We got black on watches. We got black on seasoning companies to get your seasoning from. We got black on we got a whole lot of black on things. People need to let us know that they have staples of black products. Now, if you got this shea butter and incense and oils, and that's lovely, but and great, but we ain't talking about that right now. I'm talking about staple products, things that people really rely upon. Food stuff like canned goods and frozen goods and farms. Let's source the black farmers. Anybody know black farmers? Get that information. Chop Shop Htx at gmail.com. The Chop Shop. How many ways before we spend a dime? How many ways we can ensure that the dime and the dollar is spent on one of our own? Yeah, black tailors. There you go. Intentionally, with every dime we have to spend, consciously, just take a moment to ourselves. What black suppliers supply this, provides this? And y'all, it might take me out of my way. It might take me down the streets a couple of weeks, a place to get some coffee. But I got to go 2 blocks away. I'm going to the black-owned coffee shop. I just don't drink coffee. But we're going to have FUBU February to change our mindset. Because listen, Eric, listen. Because white America mindset of domination and white supremacy has always been here. And they ain't going to change. That's who they are. We are the ones for the past 60 years been doing the same thing. We've been flipping and flopping. We got to redefine what it is to be successful. And it's not always locked up to going to their school and learning from their and learning their information. That's why one of my kids went to Ivy League. One of my kids went to HBCU. I wanted my family to be touched by both experiences. See, reason I'm telling you this, because they want you to learn how to present yourself in a way to get 80% of the white women teachers so they won't feel uncomfortable around us. And to learn how to talk in a way that for us to feel less threatening. And they send us to these schools. They want us to go to these schools. We go to these schools to learn how to speak at such an alliteration. When we interview, they will be considered for the great option of these jobs. But they done took these jobs away from you now. You can't. Affirmative action is gone. The same people that overturn affirmative action are in office right now. We have tied success into getting jobs in their spaces, access to their spaces, success on their terms. And they just said on Monday, we're done. Y'all, we got to have a home base. Let me tell y'all something. Them Asian people might send them kids in them schools, but they always have somewhere that they come back here so they can learn their language. They always have a home base. I'm about to read this book called Post-Traumatic Slavery Syndrome. We got to get our mind right, reclaim, and get the head in the right way with this process. I had to give y'all that. Now I give y'all some more stuff. I got it. Hold on. I give y'all some more. I give y'all some more. I'm just laughing because I'm looking at all my notes, trying to see where I'm gonna go. Told y'all yesterday about the Nike versus Adidas. Shout out again to Sierra Henry, who is facilitating all this good stuff that's going on at TSU media-wise right now. Young lady who used to be intern on the Chop Shop. Now she's doing big things, and she's gonna be doing big things at TSU. Extra Eyes Media, Gary Carter. If you were following him now, he's shooting TSU. He's shining TSU. He capturing it in a way that I haven't never seen it be captured before. What else I had for you? Somebody. No, I can't do that. I can't do it. I can't do it. I can't do that either. I can't do that either. y'all got some stuff. I just can't do it. And I told some people, yeah, I think I told y'all, don't let this recruiting thing, I don't want y'all to let it discourage you. What else I had for you? Let me keep going. I had some. Nah, I can't do that. See, y'all, see what I do a lot. I put topics. I got topics that I want to talk about, but a lot of this stuff, I have to work it out myself, and before I share with y'all, I'm serious. So what I did was, what I do now is, I want to play this because I was thinking about this. Just kind of got to me this morning. Watch this.
To sit there and take abuse and be spat upon, hit in the head with clubs, stone, ugly words thrown at you, and keep your dignity and remain nonviolent. I was one of those people who said that if anyone ever did that to me, I'd stab them in the eye. I'd hit them in the head with a brick. But that's because I was frightened. I was too frightened to go down to Mississippi, Alabama, Georgia. I was too scared to sit in the church at night and plan meetings. I was too frightened to be a part of that. But if it wasn't for you people who were down there and did that, believe me, I know in my heart that I wouldn't be here today.
That was powerful, man. Share the show, y'all, because I got several more things like that I want to share with y'all. Like I was thinking about what Jaden Daniels' mom said. I'm finna take y'all through things that all week that I've been wanting to share with y'all, but we've been so busy. So we're gonna go through this thing. I was thinking about Jaden Daniels' mom, the young quarterback who's in the NFL Final Four, and I'm trying to see where I should have her right here. His mom said something, and it's what y'all think? Y'all hit me with this one. Y'all watch this.
Now that Jaden is getting ready to take this next big step, what concerns you the most?
Girls. Them girls. Some girl out here, she's got a Jaden Daniels wall, and her mama said, hey, honey, you're gonna be the one who's gonna go get him. And I know that sounds crazy, but I guarantee there's someone out there who's trying to get their hooks into Jaden Daniels. So thank God he got a mama like me, because it ain't happening.
I bet she did say something like that.
What y'all think? Where my mamma's at? Where my mama's at? Those guys sent this one out. Sonya. I saw that. Sonya, you got to realize now you talking to a guy who's been in this business since 1993, sports business. Been in this industry. What do y'all think about what she said? What do you think? Let me see some of the comments that people said about her, about what was going on. What she said. You love it? But is it realistic? She can't stop that boy. These girls bad, man. She gonna run her damn self ragged trying to stop that. Maybe this is the thing that Travis Hunter mama should be. Firebird. What's wrong? Why? Ain't nobody saying nothing. All these people probably tuned out. Ain't nobody saying that. Y'all don't want to talk about this? Ain't nobody else saying nothing. She said you love. Why you love it? I want my son to talk to women. I want my son to experience women. Rob, when I was in college, there was a female that was take a sitting class, scout the basketball team. I had a class where the young. We ain't talking about that. Right? We know the girl. We know what the girl's doing. We ain't talking about the girls doing. We talking about the mama right now. Yeah. Protecting. How the hell you gonna protect your son? You protecting your son. All you doing is making him. He gonna sneak. Listen. The man. I just tried to tell y'all. Been in this business a long time. Mama can't stop the girls. Somebody just said, we be trying to protect our boys from them dirty ass women. But then nobody protects nobody from y'all. I ain't dirty, Robert. Protecting our son, I don't think it would have said it during an interview, but that's a conversation of mother. Kim, I like that. Kim, I'm gonna tell you right now. I know she don't watch the show. No, I ain't gonna talk about that. Don't talk to me. You can't protect your son. You protect your daughter. You can't protect your son. So why ain't y'all telling Meg Thee Stallion, don't be. Most sons look for someone like their mom. Okay? And by victim, I mean being used. She's trying to teach him. She ain't trying to teach him. See, I know of her. I've heard the stories about her. I watch, I'm a regular. My sons look for someone like their moms. But look what she said, though. Y'all got to hear it again. Share this show, man. I don't need nobody tuning off. I need somebody tuning on.
Now that Jaden is getting ready to take this next big step, what concerns you the most?
Girls. Them girls.
Y'all want me to tell y'all right, because y'all taking too damn long. Y'all know why the girls bothering her? Because what? The right girl gonna shut her out. She gonna get shut down. Ladies and gentlemen, let me play this and then I'm gonna tell you.
Some girl out
Something
here.
real.
She's got Jaden Daniels' wall, and her mama said, hey, honey, you're gonna be the one who's gonna go get him. And I know that sounds crazy, but I guarantee there's someone out there who's
Yeah,
trying
somebody want him, baby. Yeah, somebody want him. But let me tell y'all something. Her trying to see how to tell this story. Because she might be listening one day. Gotta tell this story right. Son, I was trying to secure an asset. Top NFL player. Top NFL player. Got to him. Found a girlfriend. She wasn't smart. She brought her little fine ass. You know, when I'm going trying to find, baby, I got an art to how I go find the player that I want. And I'm trying to find they people. So I know always gonna know where the player's family sit. So I just lay up there by, where they can come in and had to go to the restroom. Because they got to go to the restroom. Long ass game. The girl came up there. Fine as hell. Had the little crop top jersey with his number on it. I said, God, what? Followed her right down to where the mama and them at. Got in there. Mama loved me. Girlfriend loved me. Everybody. But guess what, y'all? Thank God the mama was trying to turn me against the girl. She ain't running. You don't worry about her. She ain't running nothing. She ain't running nothing. Robert Hatter said, hell no. I got to. See, my job was to find a champion in the room. Mama, I had the daddy, hold up. Show you how I did the daddy. Me and little Robert got on a plane and flew to where his daddy was. His daddy be working out athletes for their speed, help them get fast. Guess what? I went in and employed the daddy's services so I could be cool with the daddy. The mama, me and her cool already. The girlfriend, me and her. But guess what? I had to secure all of those pieces. Because I had to have that dude. Y'all, guess what? Thank God I secured all the pieces because the mom and dad, they got into it. They broke up. He married the girl. Mom and daddy on the outside now. What if I had followed the mama's advice? See, it ain't my job. Hey, I'm trying to win. Y'all follow me, Ed? Ed, I almost listened to the mama because I know that dude loved his mama. Little mama, they married and got families and kids now. Now mama just get a stipend and, you know, he helped the mama out, helped the dad out. What if I didn't? They get invited somewhere. He get invited to Newport, California. I'm on the plane. Little mama was telling me everywhere. Robert, he's invited here. Robert, he's invited here. Robert, that's how I got him. But if I didn't let the mama don't have no more power. And it was early in his career. But isn't there a thing called divine feminine and divine masculinity, femininity, and divine? I don't know. James, I'm trying to win. Y'all, I messed around and did it the reverse the last time and sided with the mama. The girl made the decision again. I lost out on that one. I said, I ain't never doing that no more. I ain't never doing that no more. A man gonna find him a woman. Now he gonna mess with these little girls, but he gonna mess around and find him a woman. And mama's ass in trouble. That's what mama worry about. Mama done figured it out already. But she shouldn't have said it publicly. And OJ doing some I got one rated back. I got one way back at the crib from at the other crib. Mama live at this one. Mama, I got another spot now, mama. I'm a quarterback, man. Ain't but 32 of me in the whole world. I'm the starting quarterback. Ain't but 4 of me right now in the whole world that got a chance to go to Super Bowl. I just be liking to see how y'all be thinking. Ain't nobody saying nothing. Everybody scared to talk. See, y'all be wanting me to talk. I want to learn from. I want to know what y'all thinking. Because it's up to me. I can give you experience after experience. Y'all gotta understand. 30-something years in this stuff, man. This is stuff I wish I could tell y'all, man. Y'all be saying, Robert, no. What? I'm tell you this story. This kid, we wanted this guy, right? I didn't get him. Another guy in my firm, he was recruiting that guy. He was going to get him, right? They should have sent me because I got a 99.9.9.9. That one lady who got me a success rate. So they should have sent me, but I can't be everywhere, right? So we didn't get this guy, right? So I go to the NBA All-Star game. Yeah, I never forget this. I go to the NBA All-Star game, and they had the moms. The moms always give something, so I always show up for the moms. Cause Penny, all my guys, their moms, I show up and support. I'll be a part of it. And one time I was in the fashion show. One time for them, so I'm hanging out with the moms of the player. So the dude that we didn't get finally met his mom. Because I didn't go, because he didn't go with us, so there wasn't no reason for me to meet the mom. You know what she told me? If they had sent you, you would be representing my son. Yo, it's some crazy stuff. All this stuff, it's some crazy stuff. I wish I could tell y'all who it was. But it's some crazy stuff. And I be saying, what? Y'all know, these moms don't change, y'all. Plus DC and DV mama don't have a chance. Well, absolutely. Yo, for real. Sonya, mama said if I had a cane, it was done deal. I'd like to think so myself. Not because of her, because I told you they named a show. Eric Ridgway, they named a show after me. It's called The Closer. I'm coming in and closing now. If it's possible, I'm coming in and closing. The ones I don't get, if I can't get in the room, I'm standing outside the room. I never forget, I stood outside the room. They wouldn't let me, I wanted Vince Young so bad, y'all don't understand. But I couldn't get in the room. They wouldn't let me in the room. And I told them, if I don't get in that room, it ain't gonna be good. No, boy, I want that. Yo, I want to represent that boy so bad. See, y'all don't understand. I got a lot of great guys that I did, but y'all, there's some guys that got away that I wish, y'all, went out there. What's the big, Chandler? Wait a minute, what was it? Tyson Chandler? Jason Kidd? Man, Jason Kidd? Nobody could have told me I wasn't going to represent him. Y'all got to realize, I was out in Oakland for 6 months. I was in a hotel for 6 months. I was in a hotel so long, you know what? Jason, man, you come stay with me, man. Don't tell you come stay with you. You think you in there. Head coach already had the deal done. I wasn't mad. You know why I wasn't mad? Anybody know why I wasn't mad? Anybody tell me? That is Moody. The reason I wasn't mad, because he went with a black agent. And listen, I knew you was thinking about it. I knew I had a shot. But the coach was cool with the black agent. Let me keep on going, y'all. See, y'all, come on now, come on. Anything else y'all want to know? Y'all, I can't believe it's something in the news that y'all want to hear. Y'all ain't talked about. Ain't nobody talk about it. I'm trying to go through some stuff that I didn't. Let me go. Let me go through this again. Hold up. Here we go. I saw this the other night. Because y'all ain't gonna help me today. I had to do all this work myself. What is this boy's name? Let's go here. What did y'all think about this? Trying to see the other one so I can find Shaq Messi. They talking about Jalen Green now. Hold up, y'all. Hold up. We finna get loose. Hold up. We finna get loose right now. I just had to share that with y'all because I've been had it in the can. I'm going through all my stuff I've been having in the can and ain't shared it this week. Who coaching them Cowboys? You know, that's a good question. Who coaching them Cowboys? That's a good question. And Lou's Chopper, he said, I loved it. He said, Green understand the competition. Hey, man, I want to see that next game. I ain't gonna lie, I forgot about Detroit was coming. No, I wasn't feeling good. I didn't want to go around a lot of people. But I forgot Detroit was in town. I would love to see that. But what's up, Jimmy? Come on, get in here, man, so we can get out of here for the weekend, baby boy. What's the word?
Shoot, man. What we got? Hey, how about them Cougars, boy? University of Houston, boy. They got the python. They put on jokers, boy. I mean,
Man, them dudes probably wish their plane didn't get here, dude. Remember I was talking about the plane? Them dudes probably wish that plane didn't land, man. Man,
they had a whole extra day. They had a whole extra day to prep for U of H. And that just goes to show you guys what defense means. One of the key things that most amateur basketball scouts fail to promote is the defense.
But Coach, it's hot. Coach, how is it? Coach,
you know why?
Hold on, Coach. None of them dudes were great defenders when they were in high school.
No, but they picked them. Remember, I always say that. I said it last week when we talking about Mick Cronin, and I said he picked them. We know in Houston, if you're around the city of
Jimmy,
Houston,
they good team defenders. They might
yeah,
not be
but
great.
you know, it's something that you're watching, and you could tell, and it goes back to when they were recruiting in 11th grade when Jamal Shed was in 11th grade. We were at the Campbell Center, and they played against Hightower, and it was something, and U of H was there. You know, might have been there
he got in Bryce now.
Might have been there for Bryce Griggs, but it was they left there like, man. I talked to kids. They left that place. I don't remember if they knew about. I'm quite sure they probably did for a little bit, but not. He was, I think, and then so by the time the 12th grade came around, that school, Maynard High School, had made it back to the regional. The regional was in the Campbell Center, and that made it back. And let me tell you something. And they said, hey, man, we were all thinking in Houston. Everybody in the basketball circles was saying, why did U of H him? There's a few kids they left on the table. They got him. So then I went and posed the question. They was like, he's going to be fine. We may not even use him the first year, but he's going to be fine because he has some of the stuff that Chief, that's what Kellen calls his dad. He said Chief he can mold that one. He could do something with that one.
This answering your question right here, Jimmy, it ain't that he recruit. He know he have time to develop it. You can't get no one person here. You ain't finna pick that up in a year. Even the kid they're playing in Dallas right now. The Woodlands kid. What's his name? He struggled the first year. The kid.
You're talking about Quentin Grimes.
Quentin Grimes. He struggled that first year.
Quentin Grimes
struggled.
Was coming off, and this is not, and understand, he was coming off a whole different type of situation, mentally.
But he picked him. He
picked him because he knew mentally. It's like hell, if you're a mechanic and you've been around some mechanics, they can see certain motors and say, "Oh yeah." Like the old race car days, oh yeah, I can put that one in that El Camino. I can put that in that Camaro. I can put that.
But Jimmy, that kid didn't show that. That kid didn't show that at Kansas.
That's the whole thing. That's a whole different. They wasn't looking for kids like they look for kids. The certain things. If you're looking for a certain thing, you could tell. That's what,
Coach. I don't think he looked for him. I think he find out guys who will buy into him. Because if you buy into him.
But you can tell the sign. That's what I'm telling you, what his son explained to or tried to explain to me. So maybe whenever you see Kellen, he can probably explain to you better. But I'm saying, I get it.
I done talked to Chief.
Like,
Jimmy, I done talked to Chief.
I'm saying, okay, but ask him, he can sit down and explain to you better. Because they explain to me, I'm trying to relay it, and my relaying don't always go right. But I'm saying to you is, I can narrow it down and give you some street analogy.
Jimmy, I'm gonna give you another one. LJ Cryer wasn't a defender.
He'll understand something. LJ Cryer was a different circumstance. There's a different circumstance with LJ Cryer. LJ Cryer had been and had played with two pros at Baylor for 2 years in practice. So it was different coming with him.
I said defensively. We talking about he's looking for defensive player. LJ Cryer was never a defensive player until now.
Understand? If you can, either you're gonna be able to score a lot or defend a lot. LJ Cryer was in the other batch on the other side of the fence. You gotta have somebody that can score a lot. They have the capability to score. Otherwise, you're gonna be too predictable. You got to have somebody that got the capability of scoring a lot on the court. and you got to have the capability of people that's going to defend a lot. More so defend a lot because they score a lot. That's why you got role players. The LJ was in a different batch. Here's the thing: it's when I'm using this analogy, it's just say if we on the streets. And you know how you can see some people out here, well, just say in basketball, I don't even want to take it all the way to the street.
Yeah.
I go to basketball, and you can see some people in this basketball stuff, and you say, man, like me being a ex-hustler, I can see some guys in basketball will be like, man, if I had that boy on my block back in the days, if I had that boy with them packs, he's a good ass hustler. You could tell some of the traits of what you're looking for if you go in there. If you're a slickster, you can tell some guys got a little slickism in them. And you can say, man, you know what? Me and them can go run some scams. They go with other guy with other groups or whatever. They can be just fine. Some guys, if you got just like some guys out there, they zesty, wear tight ass clothes. They like other men that wear tight ass clothes. So guess what? When you see them, you say, "Ooh, me and him with the light." When the light go dim, we might can go do something. That's what they nasty asses want to do. That's them. They recruit. You recruit people. Sometimes you think that you can go and mold into what you want, and that's the thing. That's detail, and that's the truth. Tell me what, and you guys right now on this Baby Friday, tell me what the lies came in. See, that's the whole thing. I say a lot of stuff that a lot of people won't say. And
I'm not saying what you said was wrong. I'm just saying it's an art. It's not a science. You got to be able to withstand him. If he got to find play, and maybe that's what you try. He got to find. You can't recruit that defense. You got to find people that he recruit people that he feel that can put up with him. Because if you can put up Jimmy, I've been in his practices. I saw several kids that I thought was gonna quit. He got one of the most unique. This boy ran so much. I wanted to go run some laps for him. I thought the kid was gonna quit and go home. But the kid wound up and make a pro team right. I forgot the little kid from North Carolina. I forgot his name. The wing guy. I forgot. Man, I keep forgetting his name. But I thought this kid was gonna quit. But I'll never forget the little young man, Galen Robinson. He came over to the dude and said, man, he did me like that too, man. So keep on sucking up. If Galen made a mistake, Jimmy, they made that boy run. If I make a mistake, I wasn't even playing. They made that boy run. He was, I don't like to say breaking this kid, but he was seeing how far he told me, he said, Robert, if he'll quit in here, he'll quit in the game. And I'm trying to make it harder in here than it gonna ever be in the game. When he told, so me having that knowledge, the reason I say you got to have a dude that gonna put up with Chief, because Chief ain't easy to deal with. That's the point I'm trying to make.
Well, the thing is, he understand. You're not going to get him 100. You're not going to bat 1,000, and when picking them anyway. There's been some players that U of H has, that staff has picked. And speaking of Gabe, the little fella you said from U of H, the guard who came over and consoled Galen.
Yeah.
Galen Roberson, dad played at MacArthur High School back in the days, out of Westbury Christian High School.
It wasn't Allen. Ain't made no pro damn team.
No.
No, I'm talking about her putting up Cedric Allen's name.
Gabe wasn't Sampson's recruit. He was already there when Sampson got the job. So just throw that little as a nugget.
No, but I'm just
so
saying.
He didn't trust him and didn't want him and didn't really want him there when he came into the thing. Didn't really want him.
Yeah.
He was what they call legacy.
But I like how the kid went over and consoled. What's the little guy's name? He from North Carolina. Cedric Allen is not from North Carolina. Are y'all listening? Is my mic working, Jimmy? The kid is from North Carolina. He in the pro. He on G League teams and everything.
Not Henson.
Hinton, Nate Hinton. That's his name. Nate Hinton from John from North Carolina. Jimmy, I thought Jimmy, I promise you, I'm hard on players. But I wanted to tell coach, man, leave this man alone, man. But I'm in this man practice. It was so bad, I wanted to tell him, leave that kid alone. Because it was evident by everybody in the gym that that's who he was picking on today. But that kid battled through that thing, man. I promise you, ever since then, I respected that kid. And when I saw him, when I finally got a chance to talk to him later on, in 2 years down the line, he said, "Man, I remember that day." He said, "No, I wasn't quitting. I'm trying to get somewhere." That kid that made some money in the NBA right now. Dave Hinton, that's his name.
And speaking of University of Houston, understand something about defense.
Mm-hmm.
3 times in the past 3 weeks, they have basically suffocated a team's leading score. The 2 leading scores from Utah, right? They combined for 9 points last night. Their 2 top leading scores combined for 9 points last night from Utah, right? The leading score before they played U of H, he had 26, right? They combined for 9 last night, the 2 leading scores. But the game before that, one of them had 26. So that you know that's a scout. And most teams, most programs rotate on their scouts from different coaches. But their scouts are pinned on. Okay, let's go back before the Utah game, Adam. They played Central Florida just last week. Almost got upset. Pulled away the 1-point win up in Florida, up in Orlando last week. Kid named Keyshawn Hill. He scored 40 against Arizona State the game before U of H, right? And guess how many he had against U of H? 6. He had 40.
Jimmy,
Yeah,
a lot.
but this ain't no coincidence.
That's U of H identity. Everybody know that.
But your leading score, you don't even. It's like, oh no, you can do it to them. Oh, it goes on. That's just 2 of them. Okay, when they played West Virginia at home a little while ago, West Virginia's leading score, right? Their leading score was one of the preseason candidates for Player of the Year in the Big 12. Player of the Year in the Big 12. They played U of H. He had 13, but he had 26 the game before and 27 the game after.
So what happened in the 3 games they lost then, Jimmy?
But that was 50-something days ago.
The last time they lost is 50 days ago?
50-something days ago. 52, 53 days.
So what
50-something
happened
days
then?
ago.
So just the beginning
overtime had 2 overtimes within 3 days. 2 overtimes in 3 days.
But what I'm trying to tell you,
2 overtimes, 3 days. And I ain't gonna mention BYU. BYU's leading score. They came in the U of H. That's another team had their leading score. Their leading score, he had 9 points against U of H. Single digits. Another one. And you gotta realize,
Jimmy, they the 7th ranked team in the nation, the number 1 defense in the nation. That's their identity.
As a team, but then at the same time, had one thing defending another team, and another thing is suffocating or totally erasing the leading score and make him non-existent pretty much. That's two different missions.
It's possible. What they saying, somebody else got to beat me.
That's what I'm saying. So, but Jimmy, somebody else got to beat.
That's not rocket science.
That's too different to suffocate on both strands. That's what I'm saying.
Was you watching the whole game? Them dudes missed a whole lot of damn shots. Them dudes had open shots now.
Well, psychologically, you can be open and mentally not be prepared to even make it.
Them dudes was getting shots that they usually make.
You could be rattled and have a ball and be wide open and nobody know you rattled but you, unless somebody really know your traits. You could be rattled. That's what happens a lot of times.
Yeah, U of H, they're good at that. They're good at that. Jimmy, I can take it Jimmy, it ain't like he been doing it. My son, Robert came in averaging 27 points a game. U of H got over his ass. It was different. He been been doing that for a long time. I've been studying coach. I know exactly what coach is doing. He been doing this over. I guess you just not seeing it. Shit, he been doing this for a long time.
No, we're not talking about the defense. We talking about how many the string of teams you're playing against where you are limited.
But if you got a great defense, Jimmy, that gonna happen sometimes.
That's Haller. That's like hitting for the cycle in baseball. That ain't happening all the time. You ain't gonna do this that many times in a short sample size. What they're doing, that's crazy. To suffocate and have your leading score in single digits and then have your team all the way down. That's crazy what they're doing right now. And guess what? Kansas is up next. That's the last time they lost the Big 12 game was against Kansas. Next game, I think
what
Saturday
you
night.
That was the beginning of the season. That was the beginning of the season, right?
I said that was 57 games ago, 57 days ago. Was last time the U of H lost.
Okay.
That's a long time. It's a long time. That means now winning is you ain't got to teach them how to win. The winning, the ones that don't know, the ones that came in there, of course, and most players they recruit have come from winning, either winners or come from winning programs that have a history or culture of winning. That's the advantage of it. Good thing, props to them, man, in that. What happened with the Texas Southern girls? They postponed their game.
They couldn't get out, Jimmy. Jimmy, don't you know we had weather? They couldn't fly out.
But the planes, the airports opened up yesterday.
They wasn't about to get on no road and they didn't even practice yesterday. Yeah, they got to leave on Wednesday to get there Thursday. So they just gonna play a doubleheader on Monday. That's all. They're gonna play a doubleheader like they did. They're gonna play it's gonna be like last year. That's what happened. That's why they didn't get out there. No, they wasn't leaving out here. Texas Southern wasn't even open yesterday. No, they weren't leaving. So they leaving tomorrow. They're going to go the Alabama A&M, and then they're going to go on Monday. We're going to play a doubleheader on Monday. That's why the girls didn't play. That's easy. That's easy. And you the only one think the weather just everybody, the weather was moving around for everybody. Shit. I hope you wasn't out there last. I see a whole lot of clouds flipped over, trying to hang out and do some stuff last night too. I mean on Wednesday night. Yeah. Cars out on the freeway flipped over everywhere.
You mean Tuesday night?
Last
Tuesday
night.
Last night?
Yeah. Some of them roads some of them roads messed up today.
You just gotta know when to hold them, know when to fold them. I guess this. If you done been in a wreck or a couple of wrecks on that ice before, then you know what you're looking for. I done been in a couple of them on that ice, so I know exactly what I'm looking for on that ice. Well, so I can deal with it.
I ain't trying to look for it.
Like I'm saying, it's like being on the streets on the block. You can tell when the law's coming if you know if you been on that block and the laws are ran up. You know the laws when they coming.
You have fun. The street. You have fun.
But you know it. The people ain't never been there don't know the law when they coming. Hey man, you want something? No. So what I'm saying is, I'll definitely date night. We definitely went date night, but we raised it up earlier. And you just knew how to drive, not to drive. Went downtown for date night, and I didn't touch Nam Freeway. Went straight through back of Fifth Ward, came on back through all the way down Lorraine, all the way through, and then hit on back on Main Street. Didn't touch no freeway. Coming back, didn't touch no freeway. So that's the thing. You just gotta know how to hold them, know how to fold them. Some people, y'all, but be safe. It don't take them one time. Make sure your insurance paid up. That's another thing. They dropping you like flies out there. They ain't got no problem dropping you like flies. And speaking of basketball, high school basketball, got a few minutes left. High school basketball, a lot of games have been condensed. They're supposed to be played on Tuesday and Wednesday. A lot of them are taking place today. Then other districts like HISD made a decision to parlay some games to next week.
Why did they play yesterday? Why high schools didn't play yesterday?
What it didn't play yesterday because that was already decided. School was not in for most of them. There was no school. School was out for most publics on Tuesday and Wednesday. So when school is in service, in most cases for weather reasons, they call them rain days or snow. But in this case, it was a snow day. Then and there's no most bus drivers, no, and safety reasons. So you can't have no school bus flipping over on no mess like that when you've been advised against it when everybody
Absolutely.
else. And then you see districts, some districts were on the front end and announced it a whole day before others. Others came aboard and say, "Hey man, we're not gonna go on Tuesdays or Wednesday."
So
Some
it's
people
games
said
tonight. Is it
there are
big games
games
tonight?
today and tonight. And the reason is, understand, there's not enough referees for everybody to have played a 7 o'clock game this evening. Some referees gonna do a 4, and some gonna go in from a 4 o'clock and go somewhere else and be there and do a 7 o'clock game. There's not enough not for 3-man crews, not for so there's varsity games only today around the area, many starting as early as 4 p.m. Central Time. There are a couple of showdowns today.
Who's showing down?
Shoot, Katie Jordan is at Seven Lakes. That's 4:30
That's a showdown.
today. That's a showdown. Showdown. Seven Lakes surely wants some get back against Katie Jordan, who nipped them by I think 1 point or something like that first time they played. How about Grand Oaks at College Park? Trey Lewis and Ian Inman. Ian Inman has been fluttering a little bit. He got injured once or twice this season, and he's back. I've confirmed with his coach he is playing tonight. He should definitely want to make a statement. You're going to Colorado. You're playing against a young man that had no Division I offers going into his senior season. He's ended up committing to Independence College, junior college in Kansas. You should want to go and let him understand. Just in case you forgot, young man, I'm going to Colorado. Let me show you why. Either you're gonna do it, or he's gonna flip and he's gonna explain. He's gonna probably show some people, y'all really got it wrong. Now that's going on today. Summer Creek at Seed King is at 4 o'clock today. If you want to go out there and go to Seed King, that's a nice little rivalry. Two schools don't like each other. It's been going on for about 5 years since the previous Seed King head coach. His son was a star at Summer Creek, transferred him over there. And it was a little messy ever since then. So them dudes, it's like Hatfields and McCoys. That's another one out of the day. What else is tasted? Dickinson at Clear Lake. If you're on the south side, on the south of 45 down that way, Clear Lake won that matchup the first time. Dickinson needs to show some get back. They're fighting their way back. Clear Springs is undefeated in that district. Can't say enough about them. Shout out to that program. A freshman is leading the team in scoring in high school, in 6A high school basketball, and they are undefeated in district play in a district where each school averages about 3,000 students per school. That is remarkable for him to be doing this. Madden Hill is his name. That's a name to remember. He's the next man up. The thing is, Clear Springs High School doesn't have a whole heap of basketball tradition. So, and it's not an urban school. Most of your high school basketball guards that came out of H-Town with lateral street cred, most of them were from either HISD schools or urban schools, so to speak. Most of the guys from the suburbs, don't get it twisted. There are some exceptions like your De'Aaron Foxes and your Quentin Grimes. Even then, at that time, it was Quentin Grimes was offset by people that were boasting that Kendrick Davis was better and a better prospect even at that time before going in the 11th grade. So it's hard in a city like H-Town or in this area for a guard to go and get those supreme props unless you are something ultra about you. That's the thing on that. So, but this young man, he has a chance to be special. Madden Hill. He's already proven that he knows how to win. I think he played grassroots ball in the summer scene. He played with the JL3 program and they were that 14 and under team last year. And that team that was a pretty good and recognized among some of the nation's top teams. And that team, remember that team also had the big fella on there, the big fella Ephraim from down at Beaumont United. Big Ephraim on that team. So you can see a lot of these talented kids Many of them played against each other. Many of them played with each other along the way. Because just so you played with somebody last summer, that doesn't discount or erase from history who you may have played with the year before. So that's, I think, more people, if more people went the extra sentence and gave those other coaches or those other programs, I guess props or appreciation, showed appreciation, then probably the world will be a better place. Because some people they get fed up, and I can see and understand it. You play with a team 4, 5, 6 years, go play with that last team 1 year, and all of a sudden that becomes the summer team everybody remembers you from, because the other team doesn't have the resources or the means to go abroad and take you around the nation. Then that's speaking of, let's like we mentioned Kendrick Davis a while ago. Hell, we know he played with Marlon Lowe with that Texas Pro team, but at the same time, he also had a team that everybody in the city knew him from before then. They knew Tyrone Mingo, ex-Sam Houston High School basketball star from back in the 80s. They knew Mingo and what he used to do for this kid back in the days. However, Mingo, his resources, the kid outgrew Mingo's resources. Bottom line. And it happens a lot in basketball. A lot of kids you guys may have or see, they may outgrow the britches that they wearing in regard to the team that they playing with. And at some point, that coach got to realize, we got to let this dude go. We got to let him. It ain't, or we're going to lose him. We can let him go. Don't fight it. You helping him in some cases. Now, many people going to try to hold on to their kid. And the reason that some people hold on to the most ignorant thing in the world, if I hold on to him, I'm going to get a sneaker deal. That could be the farthest thing from the truth. Couldn't be the farthest thing from the truth. And that's the thing in regard to that. But also go to check rcssports.com. Shadow Creek at Dawson tonight. That used to be a thick ride, but not this year. That could get ugly. I like Pearland and Manville. I think that's a closer, should be a very much more competitive game, especially this Manville team. They got 5 freshmen on varsity. 5 freshmen on varsity. I think 1 or 2 of them may start. Tonight, Westfield at Nimitz. That's a 7:00 tip. That's going on tonight. Among the top games to see around the area. You can think, how about George Bush at Ridge Point? That's gonna be a pretty good game. Ridge Point strugglers got hit upside the head by Travis the other day, and can they bounce back? We'll see. This Bush team's been playing pretty good this year. So that's pretty much it in regard to games around the area. Also, you need to go into the VIP news and check out. I got a lot of stuff in there for you guys to read. If you hadn't saw the weekly Division I college freshman report comprised by Doug Jones, go check that out, and you can see which freshman how many minutes these freshmen are averaging per game at their schools, how many of them, what they're doing and whatnot. Also, you go and you check out which teams have multiple starters suspended in the meat of district action. I got those details for you. Not 1, but 2 different high schools has 2 or more starters that has been suspended, and I'll explain to you why. Also, I told you guys I broke down those Division I, Division II from the 6A, but I also did the 5A and the 4A. You can look at in the list in the VIP news, and you can tell pretty much which of the top teams, which division they will be going into. But anyway, that's pretty much that and a lot more. And we got to get on up out of here, land this plane.
Yeah, TSU press conference today. I got to get out of here.
Share the show. If you haven't done so, share that show on your way out the door. And we'll see you guys on Monday. And peace. Chop Shop.
Jim Hicks. Rob Hatter. You are now tuned in to the Chop Shop. I'm Retro. Let's get it. We in the Chop Shop. We live in the Chop Shop. We talking sports talk. We live in the Chop Shop. We in the Chop Shop. I'm talking sports talk. So turn your dials up. It's live in the Chop Shop. We in the Chop Shop. We live.